Hey, this is Campo. Welcome along to This Town Brisbane. We're at South Bank today. As you can see, Brisbane in the background, the magnificent Brisbane Eye, which is fantastic. Come down to South Bank anytime. Go for a swim in the lagoon. You can check out the Science Museum, the Cultural Forecourt. You've got Goma here. Lots of stuff to do. In today's show, Fraser catches up with the director of Sanctum, Alistair Grierson. Chris is off to the Major League Grand Final in the baseball, and Amanda's off to the North Brisbane bird sale.
I'm here with the wonderful Carolyn Rosso. Now, how was tonight? How did it go?
Tonight was an opening that I could not be any happier about. My guests were Alistair Grierson, the director of Sanctum, Matt Linden, Rise of the Underdog, and also an amazing new talent called Adam Harris, who's got amazing support with a film teaser called That Day.
Wonderful night, guys. Get down here. If you're in the industry, perfect chance for you to get out there and get connected. Thank you again, Carolyn. You're amazing.
Oh, thank you, Chris. That's wonderful.
And we'll see Carolyn again soon.
Excellent. Thank you.
G'day, I'm down here at the Gold Coast Indie Film and TV Networking Night, and I'm here with a familiar face that we have seen on 31 Digital before. You might remember him from the boat show, Matt Linden. Now, Matt, tell us what you're up to now.
Yeah, hey Fraser, how are you, man? Good to see you.
Excellent.
Yeah, cool. So, I've moved on. I've used some of those experiences from the boat show to write a trailer script, which we've got into sort of pre-production stages now. So we've got the launch of the trailer tonight, and we're hoping to secure some investors for a feature film.
So what got you into writing a feature film, or should I say a short film?
This story is pretty personal, I guess. It's something that I've sort of journeyed with myself. It's about an unjust imprisonment and then a sort of a subsequent appeal and the victory of that. So I guess a lot of people are saying that it's shaping up to be a bit of an Aussie Shawshank Redemption. So I think it's going to go well.
And speaking of story, okay, it starts from an idea in your head. What's the next stage? How do you really get it on paper, looking good for investors?
Yep. Okay, so a basic storyboard is always good. So get a friend who can draw. I can't draw, so I got Sean Thompson, who is a good illustrator, just to basically knuckle down the story in a booklet form, very similar to this. So that's what I did. This is and we've just basically done the story in simple animation with a bit of text and something like that. By the end of it, you're just like, cool, we know what it is, and they're either on board or not.
But for the young guys out there that want to get into filmmaking, what's some advice that you'd give them?
Get a good team, 2 or 3 or 4 mates, friends, family, whatever. Just get that strong nucleus. You need a strong story, and you need obviously some backing as well. So get people who believe in the story, sponsors, corporate business, whatever, family, friends.
Awesome. Well, thanks. I won't take up any more of your time, Mac. I know you're busy tonight. I wish you all the best for the short film, and I hope it goes really well. And if you need an extra or an actor or two,
we'll
you know where I'm at.
No worries. Thanks
very much, Mac.
Awesome. Good luck with all your projects.
Thank you.
Can we put our hands together, please, for Adam Harris?
A little bit about myself, I guess. I'm very new to all of this. I've never made a film ever in my entire life. I wrote a script for the very first time, and we shot a short out at Dolly's Rocks down near Griffin in Brisbane. During the shoot, I wrote out a little teaser trailer, so we filmed that while we were filming the short film. And I started plugging away on Facebook through friends and all that, and I was like, well, what else have we got to do to try and get this noticed? So I started tweeting celebrities. I had Katie Couric retweeted, Gail Ann Hurd, which was very, very exciting, Ronan Keating, Jeff Probus, Robert Patrick, David Arquette retweeted it. He messaged me, and then he sent me another message and said, where do you live? I've got a producer I want you to meet. And I said, unfortunately, I live in Australia. So I said, that's going to be pretty tough. I went a bit back and forth, and I was introduced to Gabriel Cohen, who's the head of New Artist Alliance in Encino, in LA. 2 weeks ago, I stuck it up on YouTube. We were using Vimeo to plug the teaser. And I think in 2.5 weeks, we've had 65,000 views. So it's not a bad. all I can say is with the short film, it's now going to be used more as a vehicle because I am turning this into a feature. So I'm back to the drawing board with regards to story. But yeah, so it's just been a very wild ride. The last 4 weeks have just been incredible. And if it wasn't for meeting someone like Carolyn and Jeremy, I wouldn't be here tonight. So thank you both.
G'day, I'm down here at the Gold Coast Indie Film Television Network night, and I'm here with Alistair. Alistair, how are you?
Nice to meet you, Dan. How are you?
Good, thank you, good, thank you. So what's tonight's bring?
I'm doing a little talk about my background, I suppose, as a director. I made a film at Village Roadshow Studios here called Sanctum, which came out in 2011. It was a very successful film.
Can you give us just a rough idea of what it took at the box office globally?
I can't think of a rough idea, but it was about 112 million or something worldwide. But I always very quickly point out none of that goes into my pocket.
You also directed Kokoda.
That's right.
What was the difference between working on Kokoda, which wasn't a 3D film, to Sanctum, which was 3D?
Well, the big difference was, I think, just kind of a scale. Kokoda was only about $3.5 million budget, which is about a tenth of what Sanctum was. But really, at the end of the day, it wasn't so much the 3D that was the problem. It was basically we're in caves and underwater. If you're not underwater, there's water splashing everywhere, and you turn all the lights off. So here again, it's sort of, because I'm doing a close-up, it's the stunty who actually does the gag. It's a pickup essentially with a B camera. Simon, the camera operator, is behind us, just there. So I'm actually talking through the shot, and the reason I'm holding my mask there is so that I can actually talk to these guys, talking through what we want to achieve, and everyone can see what the day's work's going to be.
Give me some advice that you'd give some advice to the young kids out there that are starting into getting into films. What would be one of the things that you'd say?
I hate that question, because the only real question is, the only answer I can give is the same answer I ever got if asked that question, that is, don't do it.
Don't do it.
It's the dumbest industry in the world. I've been doing a bit of teaching up this New York Film Academy, and my kind of advice to them is to really focus in on who your audience is going to be. So if you want to do something really broad for YouTube, that's probably a mistake in my opinion. You've got to focus in exactly who that kind of demographic's going to be. You've got to focus on what kind of film festival you want your film to get into. Understand those films and those filmmakers, understand the production values, what their expectations are. Where you're selling, it's not actually just about doing having an above-the-line actor on a poster. You're selling a whole kind of world, a concept, a really high concept, invariably franchised, invariably there's some sort of IP attached to it.
Looking to the future, is there anything that you're working on, or got things planned? Any films at the moment that you're looking at getting up and running? I'm going down to Melbourne in about a month to work on a TV show for the ABC. Which I'm looking forward to, because I haven't done any television drama before. And then I'm making a movie later this year in June, again for the ABC.
And can we give Alistair an incredible applause for showing what he's
How cool is Alistair Grierson, the director of Sanctum? Now, if you've never been to a baseball game, this is the one to watch. Chris is at the Brisbane Majors Grand Final. Check it out.